The following is intended as a letter to the Shippensburg Community Parks and Recreation Committee Association. Or is it Community Association? I really don't know. I'm going to tag them either way at some point. I'm making this into 4-state page because I have so many people who watch my stuff now that none of them are going to have zero clue what I'm talking about, and I don't feel like having to explain. You guys already know, so I'm just going to throw it all out there. First and foremost, I can't see comments. There we go. Foster's watching. That's cool. First and foremost, do not blame Eric Carty, Tyler Fairchild, or I for this cancellation. Nobody wanted this. Nobody. This was obviously the worst ruling that the Parks and Recreation Association could have made. And trust me, in our group chat, Eric's pretty pissed. And understandably so. So am I. Personally, I put in some time and money into this myself, as did every other owner in this tournament of teams. Every other general manager, every other coach, every other player. We literally built to this for a month. And I understand COVID is a risk right now. I really do. But we were outlined with procedures on what to do. We were given guidelines and everything else. We were ready to oblige by every stipulation they wanted, which included having less than 250 on the field. Easily managed. That's easy. That's no problem. They wanted temperature checks. Okay, we can oblige by that. That's easy. No problem. We even hired a nurse. We went out and we were supposed to have people wear masks on the sidelines. Again, unpopular decision. Wildly unpopular decision. But you know what? If that's what it takes to have this, we're going to do it. We're going to make this work. Because we want to do this. Because we've been itching to get out since, not even March, since January. I feel like after Worlds, all of us wanted to go back to football. I felt like after Worlds, we could have done a Winter League and it would have been successful. But here we are, and cancel season strikes again. We were ready to go. Like, we had this in mind. We had it confirmed. There was no problem. We said we obliged by the guidelines. We were going to do everything they asked, including making sure that if anything does go wrong and there is positive testing, that we report it back. We had everything set in plan. It was a nice structure. It was going to work out, but then we got the word on Tuesday that we are possibly facing cancellation due to 2 high school athletes testing positive and due to leagues around the area starting to cancel. And, you know, we pleaded, we begged, we said, what can we do? What else more can we do? Like, what would it take to make this happen? And their decision was, we can't let it happen. It's too much of a risk. That in mind, that was the deal. That was dead. KFFL is owned by Shippensburg Community Parks and Recreation. They're not owned individually by any of us. I have no ownership stake in it. I just happen to help out. Same with Eric. He does the same thing. He's done a lot for the league. So is Tyler Fairchild. None of them were wanting to do this. All of us are equally pissed off. Because it's another snafu by the people in charge above us. The umbrella above us, this cloud above us, who, granted, gives us the fields. They give us this great field. Don't get me wrong. I think the park that we're at is the best facility I've seen in PA in terms of a grass field. It's in really good shape. It's in a nice location. I like going there. I loved being at Ship last year. I really did. What I don't love is they basically act like this 9-man thing is just something we can just stop and not do. Let's go back to Winter Chiller. And I didn't complain at Winter Chiller. I didn't, because I just said it's whatever. I understand. It's their rules, it's their fields. But, you know, having to force us to cancel day 2 with no chance of a reschedule because everything was out of season, that did nothing to help anybody. That just completely screwed over everybody. People had hotels there. People were planning their weekends to be there. You can't just cancel like that. You just can't. Same thing with this. We're a week out. People are traveling from all over. We don't know who is coming to this tournament. Guys come from everywhere to play flag football. This isn't some local tournament. This is not something that all of us get in our car and drive to. This is something that some people have to plan a weekend stay. You have guys who come from Baltimore, D.C. You got guys who might have been coming in from New York. Who knows who was coming? We don't know. We'll never know. That's the thing. And honestly, and truthfully, as much as I love to work with this league, and I like to see it grow, it's not going to grow if the Parks and Recreation Committee continues this. It's nonsensical. If you're not gonna let us have a tournament regardless of any stipulation, then don't tell us we can have a tournament. Don't change your mind a week before, after we spent a month working on it. We were set and ready to go. Trust me, we all had big plans, but you know, 2020. And in a way, I understand. I get it. COVID's a risk, but if you were afraid of COVID from the first place, which it sounds like they were to me, then why'd you bother telling us we can have a tournament? You know? Please understand that you are messing with people's livelihoods when you do this, because people plan this stuff. Like, this is something people take very seriously. That being said, still looking for a 4th team next week in York. We'll take anybody. Anybody who has $500 to put up, come on out. If you win, you get $1,500 to $1,600. That's the issue. That's the challenge. So far, it's us, Gusto Land, and BC Elite. Whoever the 4th team wants to be can come on in. Next Saturday, York, PA. Hannah Penn, right where the York tournament was played at. Hopefully, we'll be on the field with the goalpost, so we can have field goals. We will have kickoffs. It's going to be a legit game. That's what we're going to do next weekend instead. If anybody has a team they want to bring out, feel free. I like to see a local team in it, but like I said, we'll take anybody. I mean, who's watching right now? Like, Ben, John, and Trey. Okay, you guys don't have teams. Never mind that. Never mind. I'll lighten up a little bit. It's just, if you're going to have stipulations, and then the irony, I'm going to go back to the Winter Chiller again. The irony of the Winter Chiller is they were afraid we'd tear the fields up on day 2 when it rained. The irony is that was the last event to take place at the park for months. So by now, the grass would have already grown back. It's the last day. Just let us play. Like, Jesus. Let us play. But what can you do? Can somebody get a private field, like, along the 81 corridor? Can we get like a grass field or turf field? Or can we go to some farm, some Amish farm, and just like ask the person, can we have a piece of his land and put a flag football field in? Anything. Somebody get us a field. If I had Dana White money, I'd go out and get a private island and we would just play tournaments every other weekend. Maybe like once a month we do a tournament at an island somewhere. There's got to be a private island like somewhere in Maryland, right? Or even like, you know, anywhere, right? Somewhere. Who knows? I'm done. Like I said, don't jump Eric and Tyler and I. We're trying the best we can to put a league together. We're all pretty ticked off because we had it planned out. We really did. It wasn't going to feel like a regular tournament because of the fact that we had the restrictions, but, you know, at the same time, we were going to do everything we can to make up for it with the on-field action. But unfortunately, people above us who, truthfully, in my honest opinion, sorry, someone sent a message and it distracted me. Thanks, John Uri. In my honest opinion, man, god damn it, I hate people send me messages in the middle of me talking. Oh well. In my honest opinion, though, let's just get back to football. Charm City, 2 weeks, hopefully. Let's hopefully get there. Knock on wood, everybody. Let's hope the Shippensburg Parks and Recreation Committee don't change and become part of the Baltimore County School District. Let's just hope it doesn't happen. But don't jump Eric, Tyler, and I. Like, we're trying. We want a league. I want to start my own league at this point. I just want to start an independent league and just go somewhere. If anybody's got a private field, let me know. Even if we gotta, like, make one. Something has to change. Till then, hopefully I'll see y'all in York.